Okay, these are great problems because they allow us to use the graphs of these functions instead of formulas. So let's look at h of x is f of x times g of x. Well, since I want to find h prime of each of those, I need to take a look at what h prime of x is. So that's going to be the first times the derivative of the second plus the second times the derivative of the first. So now h for a, h prime of 1, I'll write this out, is f of 1 times g prime of 1 plus g of 1 times f prime of 1. Well, how do we know what those numbers are? Well, let's look at the graphs. F of 1, is, we're going to go with 2. G prime of 1, that's at 1, that's the slope. Well, the slope of g prime is negative 1, right? Down 4 over 4. So it's going to be negative 1 plus g of 1, approximately 3, f prime of 1. That's the slope at this point, which is rise over 1, so it's up 4 over 2, which is 2. Right? So this is the slope at x equal 1 for both of those guys. So then that becomes negative 2 plus 6, which is 4. Okay, B, h prime of 2. Just got to write it out. F of 2, I'm going back up to here, times g prime at 2 plus g of 2 times f prime of 2. So that's f of 2, get rid of these guys. F of 2 is 4 times g prime of 2, negative 1 still, plus g of 2 is 2, f prime at 2. The graph, it's a sharp corner, it's sharp corner, does not exist there, doesn't exist there, so therefore does not exist. Okay. All right, C, h prime of 3, it's going to be f of 3, g prime of 3, plus g of 3, f prime of 3. Again, I'm using the equation for the derivative. So f of 3 is 2, g prime of 3 is negative 1, g of 3 is 1, right? And f prime of 3, the slope of this is down 4 over 2 is negative 2. So that'd be negative 2 plus negative 2, which is negative 4. All right, 32. Now we got the quotient, a couple quotients. K of x, or k prime, is the bottom times the derivative of the top minus the top times the derivative of the bottom all over the bottom squared. So that'd be g of x squared. Okay, so we'll use a picture in the same way that we did the last one, and we'll get, let's see, so we want, I'm sorry, for A, we want k prime of 1. Okay, so that's going to be g of 1, which is 3. F prime of 1, the slope right there at 1 is, it says what, 2, minus f of 1, is 2, times g prime at 1 is negative 1, right? Because I know the slope of g prime is negative 1. This slope is 2, and that's negative 2. Right, all over g of 1, that's 3 squared. So that becomes 6 plus 2 over 9, which is 8 over 9. Okay, B, k prime of 2 And if I look up here, I remember that, oh, f prime at 2 doesn't exist, and so this whole thing can't exist, so that does not exist. Okay. And 33c, k prime of 3 is, let's see if, oh, I guess I'll do it like this. It's going to be g of 3, I'm using this formula right here. G of 3 is 1 times f prime at 3 is negative 2 minus f of 3 is 2 times g prime of 3 is negative 1 all over g prime of or g of 3 squared. G of 3 is 1 squared. So I get negative 2 plus 2 over 1, which is 0. Well, that's kind of interesting, but it's 0. All right, 33, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys do. You got the answers in the back on this one, but it's exactly the same as 32. We just switched the f and the g's on that one. So just to verify, you get j prime of x is the bottom times the derivative of the top minus the top times the derivative of the bottom all over the bottom squared. And you do the same process for 32.